3 times as much work. But now we're very close to, because right before we had funding, we only had one developer at that time. Then when we onboarded 3 more developers, it took them a while to eventually scale. And now we are very close to getting 4 times as much work done. Um, and I'm also looking to onboard another 1 or 2 more developers, now that the other 3 devs are already familiar with the DBuzz code base. And one of the things that is highly expected of us is a MetaMask integration. That's one of the biggest commitments we made in our proposal. And it's continuing to take a little bit longer. I mean, it keeps getting extended. And part of that is our coordination with the 3Speak team, because we work together for MetaMask integration. And we're almost done with the mobile compatibility. So the last thing that we need done after the mobile compatibility, so that the MetaMask will also work on mobile phones, is the merging of Hive and MetaMask post in one feed. That's the next thing that we need done. And I'm doing my very best to finish the rollout of our brand new user interface, which is much more closer to the model of Twitter, combined with a MetaMask integration rollout, including mobile compatibility in time for HiveFest, so that we could demo it at HiveFest. And the last remaining piece of the puzzle for that is having dedicated servers that will have close to 100% uptime, even better than what we've already had, so that it can handle Hive APIs, our own private Hive API, and also the MetaMask technology on a dedicated server to ensure that it will have consistent near 100% uptime. So that's basically what I'm doing to prepare for HiveFest. Sometimes it gets very challenging because every day I need to think about, what is the most important thing to do right now, the most urgent, the most important. There have been some calls for us to, share more about what's going on behind the scenes. It just gets very challenging because I basically, in general, itemize everything that the developers should be doing, which is about maybe 30 tasks, about 30 tasks per every 2 weeks or so. And I need to follow up and make sure they get done. So in addition to trying to do the behind the scene works, I also need to be planning for a presentation that I'll probably give at HiveFest, and that's only 18 or 19 days away. So it's a challenge that I face and that I really enjoy, but it does take a lot of self-development to really figure out, not only what is the most important thing to do, but the most urgent and important thing to do. And that's one of the things I really love about working on Hive and D.Buzz, is I constantly learn, and it's a constant challenge that makes me a better person, and I appreciate it.
Chris, about this MetaMask, does it mean that Hive can be now transferred using MetaMask to other MetaMask users?
What would happen is users would be able to log in with MetaMask. So I'm not 100% familiar with how legal finance works, because I think they have other options for logins. But from what I understand, legal finance may allow people to create Hive accounts using other login methods, possibly MetaMask. But this is different, because for this, people will actually be able to sign in. So there's no need to create an account. They just use their MetaMask to sign in. And when they sign in, the feed of Hive, and for example, right now, if 10 people post on Hive, it will organize correctly. Well, we currently already have a MetaMask version where people log into MetaMask. Everybody who posts in MetaMask, it will organize correctly. But what we're doing is making it so that if 10 people from Hive post at 10 different times, and 10 people from MetaMask sign in and post at 10 different times, it will organize the 20 of those posts correctly so that it's just as if uh, MetaMask was on the Hive blockchain, but instead it will be hosted on IPFS. But it will merge with the Hive blockchain.
Okay, so I guess that solves the problem, at least most of the problems of sign up process and logging in. So because it's been quite a while now that there is always this obstacles in making an account and sign up and then eventually posting on the Hive blockchain. So we are really excited about that. We will try that MetaMask if it is available already. So Chris, other matter is how's the interview last is that Sunday or Monday by the DDC community? The last interview with you with Ed.
Yes, I think it went well. And I also touched on some other things that I may not have, I don't remember exactly what I spoke on because it was some time ago and I've been working a lot since then. But, Ed Umbao, he told me that he also, he works very close with me every day. I mean, we practically live together. And he told me that he also learned a lot just by listening to the podcast. So I think some valuable information was shared there.
Okay, and I guess this is the last question. How is the collaboration with the school? Because that's one of the topic that been discussed on that webcast of the DDC.
Yes. So the way that it works is I have a plan where it's a three-tier school system, where the third-tier schools are the most in need schools. The kids that probably have a very hard time even supplying basic things such as notebooks and maybe pencils and pens, and even backpacks would be even amazing for them. And this is similar to the work that Hive does in Ghana. We kind of missed the the opportunity to have value plan support schools this school cycle because we were late. I was late, so uh, I'm going to work to personally donate to the tier three school, and the way that it will work is it's more about philanthropy. It's going to have a Hive logo on the things that we produce, but at the same time, it's really a micro philanthropy or micro giving, a charitable cause with some benefit for the Hive community in terms of exposure. Now, the tier two schools, that's the one that has the most promise right now. It's for a school in Cataluna Grande, Davao City, and if Ed comes online, he could probably share the exact name of the school. But we were able to help them with even a simple thing such as having their own website. They were using a .weebly.com website, and they're having a lot of trouble because, as you know, you also work in the educational industry. You're a teacher as well. And the school is required as a public school to have their own website for transparency purposes, or else they can't get funding. So they were just kind of blown away how I just sat there and plugged in my WordPress and set them up a .com site. And it's something that's very small for me. It seems very minor, but for them it was just an extraordinary amount of help. And I was actually blown away myself at how something so something that seems so minor to me could be such an upliftment for not just the students but the staff of the school. And I'm very overjoyed that they're so interested and eager to work with us. And the good thing is that I have plans on having not just D.Buzz supporting them, but especially Value Plan, eventually sponsoring school supplies for them. But the good thing is that we don't necessarily have to at first supply school supplies because we have education through our lead dev, Shir, who's coming from Pakistan, who can provide free mentorship for their students interested in getting sponsored or mentorship on how to become software developers. And in addition to providing free mentorship from Ashir, Ed is also one of his life dreams has been to mentor young students on article writing, particularly related to SEO. So it's a very safe, like we don't have to worry about it not going through because we already have so much to offer without even without even having to pay money. But it could be very rewarding in that they have 70. Oh, hold on. Can you turn off your mic, Ed?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Wait.
Okay, sorry, sorry about that. Ed and I are in the same room, so it got a little messed up when he turned on his mic. He just got here, but it has a lot of potential in that the school has about almost 3,000 students. And the top Hive social media dApps only have somewhere between 3 to 5,000 daily active users. So we could potentially flip, not in a negative way, because the users that we onboard could also join those platforms too. But we could make huge advances in onboarding if we can have a very close partnership with this school, and not only onboard their students, but have very training about content creation and guidance to follow up to make sure that they don't only onboard to D.Buzz, but that we retain them as very strong users. And the staff at the school saw that as a lot of potential because apparently, a lot of young people, they're already content creators. So, something that I did as a young, mid 20 adult, high school students many of them are outright doing it already. So we basically already have a lot of content creators that are ready to onboard the Hive. They just need to find out about it. And the first step will be onboarding the teachers. So that's what I'm going to do first, is working to onboard all 72 teachers, um, preferably with the press event. So it's a press event mixed with onboarding the teachers all at once, and it's very appropriate because in Cebu, from what I understand, Cebu has one of the strongest Hive communities. A lot of them are teachers, the Hive users from Cebu.
Yeah, I'm really excited to at least to know and to gather these teachers. All of them are deaf ed teachers. I'm really surprised how these teachers are motivated, and of course, it's really in the works of the leaders. And well, I just wish there are more teachers that would be onboarded on Hive, especially deaf ed teachers in all provinces of the country. So thank you, Chris, and I guess Ed will add the details. Boss Ed?
Hello, good evening. Yun po, Kuya Guru Buds, pinuntahan namin yung mga school. Tapos, uh, naririnig ako, Kuya. Wala kasi akong monitor eh.
Malinaw, malinaw. Clear.
Okay, okay. Opo, yun, pinuntahan namin yung Jose Soriano National High School. Tapos tinulungan namin sila mag-set up ng kanilang website. At yun nga, tuwang-tuwa yung mga teacher doon, yung in charge. Kasi hindi naman talaga nila kabisado yung paggawa from scratch na galing sa WordPress. Para sa kay Chris, para sa amin medyo madaling bagay lang yun, pero sa mga teachers sa kanilang side, talagang mangha-mangha sila sa ginagawang yung pagbibigay natin ng value sa kanilang ginagawa kasi requirements daw yun sa DepEd at umaasa lang sila sa sa yung mga libre. Hindi talaga nila lubos akalain na merong mga ganong mga micro philanthropy na ginagawa yung DBuzz maliban sa pagpapakilala natin ng DBuzz at Hive, ay meron din tayong mga ginagawang providing din yung mga value na mga para sa amin maliliit na bagay, pero para sa school napakalaking bagay na yun. Kasi yung hosting inako na ni Chris, tapos yung pag-set up ng WordPress inako na rin ni Chris. Medyo natagalan kami doon, pero nag-online agad yung yung live site nila na meron na silang sariling domain. At yun, i-arrange na lang yung mga may konti pang talagang tuturuan pa talaga yung mga in charge doon. At napakalaki ng pasasalamat nila sa DBuzz at Hive sa ginagawa natin yun. At maliban doon sa pagpunta namin sa school, nakausap din namin yung isa sa mga CEO or founder ng Blockchain Network Philippines. Isa itong Web3 BPO pioneer dito sa Mindanao, si Ken James Berry or Ken Birds. Isa din siyang batikang marketing strategist. At nasa mahigit 200 yung mga under sa kanyang company na BPO company na dito sa Davao. At ayon sa pag-uusap namin ay willing siya makipag-collaborate sa DBuzz dahil sa ngayon meron siyang kinakausap na mga founders, mga malalaking tao doon sa Maynila at maging mga South Korean investor na para sa kanilang ginagawang collaboration with Surge P ata yun. Balak nila makipag-compete sa coins.ph at saka sa Gcash at Timaya. At ayon sa aming pag-uusap, may darating pa kami ng mga meeting with Chris at with Sir Nathan na gagawin nila ang lahat na maipasok yung Hive doon sa mga crypto na i-onboard nila. Kasi more on community yung gagawin nilang wallet na yung Surge. Kaya namin yun, ay papalo up namin yun ni Chris, papalo up namin ni Nathan kung ano na yung activities nun. Kasi magkakaroon sila ng office dun sa Manila, pupuntahan din siguro namin yun. At sabi naman ni Ken Birds na makipag-work closely siya sa DBuzz at sa Hive para magkaroon na ng katuparan yung natin, yung inahangad natin na mapadali yung exchange at yung use case ng HBD tsaka Hive na magagamit talaga ng mga Pinoy. Yun po ang isa sa mga exciting part ng mga activities na ginagawa namin ngayon. Yun lang po muna, Kuya Gurubads.
Ed, kung napakagandang balita na yan, ika nga, di ba, sabi mo nga, yung collaboration. And then, of course, the point na may include ang Hive at HBD sa isa pang crypto exchanging app dito sa Pilipinas. Naku, talagang yan ang hinihintay natin. Talagang we are looking forward at tuntua ang community ng mga Pilipino dito sa Hive at sa DBuzz at syempre ang epekto niyan sa buong mundo na kung saan gumagamit ng Hive network. So, isa pa Ed, nakita ko sa Facebook yung basketball team natin. Kumusta ba yun?
Yun. Kaya medyo na-late kami kasi umulan eh. Natapos yung laro, nanalo yung Hive team. Tuwang-tuwa din yung mga tao na meron palang ganun. Meron palang DBuzz. Kasi DBuzz yung talaga, yung team na ginagamit. Under siya ng Hive. At lahat ng mga players na naglalaro doon ay onboarded na po natin sa DBuzz. Si Kenny po yung gumagawa ng paraan doon. Isa yun basketball competition sa loob ng Camila Homes dito sa Mintal. Sa mga homeowners yun, pero gumagawa sila ng paraan na hindi lang homeowners yung makakapaglaro, kundi kahit na yung mga kapamilya ng homeowners. Kasi si Kenny, yung kuya niya, isa sa mga homeowners doon. Kaya nagkakaroon din tayo ng kunting pag-introduce din ng Hive at DBuzz doon sa homeowners community, lalo na doon sa basketball game. Yun po, kuya.
Aba,
Magandang
sa
gabi.
simula, pwedeng homeowners lang o parang yung, kumbaga, ang equivalent yan, parang yung sitio o barangay lang. Later on, baka mag-interbarangay na yan. O kaya, kumbaga, intermunicipality na yan. Diba? Siyempre, anumang bagay na malalantad ang D.Buzz and Hive logo, ang ating brand, ay lalong napakaganda. Ano? So, kaya visibility is the key. At nakakatuwa yung mga development na yan. So, tanong ko lang pa, Boss Ed, kumusta naman yung yung mga onboarded natin? Actually, may mga nakita akong talagang bagong mga pangalan. So, sa monitoring mo, kumusta ba yung mga onboarded natin sa D.Buzz?
Yun, nung nakaraang linggo, medyo lumakas yung natin sa Venezuelan community. Pero ngayon medyo bumaba na naman, kaya gumagawa din kami ng paraan, tinitingnan namin yung mga data na kung paano ma-retain yung mga doon, mga Spanish speaking na na mga D.Buzz users. Kasi umabot na tayo ng more than 500 daily active eh. Pero nung itong mga last 2 days siguro, medyo bumalik na naman tayo sa 450, 480. Kaya pinag-aaralan din namin ngayon yung kung ano yung bakit nagkaganoon, bakit bumaba yung pagiging daily active ng mga user mula sa Venezuela. Kaya may ginagawa rin po kaming tinitingnan po din namin yung mga activities na mga datihan na medyo minsan lumalamya or minsan hindi na gaanong active, kaya gagawa din tayo ng paraan sa mga ganon. Yeah, yun po ang isa sa mga natin ngayon kay DBuzz.
Yun, at syempre, nasa pagtutulungan niya ng mga curators, ng mga nag-a-upvote. So, tulong-tulong tayo na ma-upvote ang content ng bawat isa para kumbaga lalo tayong mas makapag-motivate pa. Whether it is on the Philippines at sa iba, talagang dapat talaga tulong-tulong tayo sa pag-upvote ng content. So, Boss Ed, dyan ka muna. At narito, si Pinoy Crypto at si Kenny. Alam niyo kami ni Pinoy Crypto, may nakaschedule akong na-announce sa GC eh. Pero sabi na yung host ng show ay i-delay daw muna niya because of some power interruption na nararanasan. So, Pinoy Crypto, are you free to give a slight idea, talk kung ano yung schedule natin yon? And of course, ikaw yung bida dun eh. Ikaw yung bida. And we will be promoting D.Buzz. Tama ba, Pinoy Crypto? Gandang gabi.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Can you hear me?
Malinaw, Pinoy Crypto.
Salamat. Unfortunately na-cancel yung show nila due to bumabagyo yata sa Pilipinas at because of power interruption, kaya I think they're going to postpone it. Mga grupo na yun is interesado naman sa D.Buzz kasi napapanood nila yung mga ibang video ko din kasi minsan sumasali ako sa group nila and very interested nila and they want to ask question about D.Buzz. So isinisit up ko ngayon naninibago ako dito sa Gmeet. Kaya habang ginagawa ko ito, sinisip up ko tapos gusto kong i-share yung live mo. I think your live is going on. So while I'm doing this, sinishare ko para ma-invite ko sila at mapanood nila itong live ninyo at hopefully they can keep continuing and joining us dito sa live na ito kung ilalabas po ninyo. So if you give me a sec, I'll just set it up and then I'll continue updating you guys if you don't mind.
Salamat, Pinoy Crypto. Yamo, pag na-sked na uli yun, pagtulong-tulungan natin ipaliwanag sa mga audience, sa mga listeners and watchers kung ano yung D.Buzz. Kasi talagang magbe-benefit ang maraming Pilipino dito. Sige, diyan ka muna. Kenny, kumusta yung ating basketball team, Kenny?
Okay, magandang gabi sa lahat.
Magandang gabi. Kita ko ang Ang lalaki na yung mga player Kumusta ba?
Yeah, panalo namin ngayong nanalo kami ngayong araw. First game ng D.Buzz team basketball na nanalo. It's our first game also. Kaya maraming nagtatanong talaga doon at maraming nako-confuse ano ba talagang D.Buzz? Kasi minsan marami talagang nanonood, especially yung mga kapamilya ng mga players tsaka mga homeowners ng Camellia. Tapos in-explain namin ni kapatid na si Ed na tumutulong din sa akin kasama si Rafael na in-explain din nila kung ano yung D.Buzz hive doon sa community na yon. At marami talaga tayong naging on board sa having the event of the basketball league because they can really see the word D.Buzz, something hive. It's their first time to hear the word and then the platform.
Ayun, kumbaga, kailangan lang talaga makita muna yung, kumbaga, yung word, yung brand. And then eventually, as they ask question, what is D.Buzz, we will lead them to the concept and then they will like the concept. Kaya, kumbaga, maliit man na hakbangin, pero sa pangkalatan nakakatulong yan sa pagpapaunlad ng ating D.Buzz applications. Nako, maraming salamat kay Niha. Nako, talagang kumbaga, excited kaming ma-share, ma-reblog, ma-share yung mga post. Kita ko nga ang post ni Rafael ay di basta tulong-tulong tayo at mailahad sa buong mundo yung mga activity ng D.Buzz app dito sa Pilipinas, which is, yan nga, sabi nga ni Ed, sabi nga ni Boss Chris na kung saan ang D.Buzz talaga ay dito sa Pilipinas dinedevelop. At ito din naman ay para sa napakaraming hive user sa buong mundo. At ang makikinabang at ang banner ng D.Buzz ay yung censorship resistance, yung makikita dito sa atin sa Facebook Live natin. Yung decentralized network, censorship resistant, microblogging platform, Web3, yan ng D.Buzz. Diba? Nako. So partner, abay kadami nating napapag-usapan. Pero tawagan natin si Jose Rich, partner.
Maraming upcoming na magandang balita. Miss Jose Rich, are you back?
Jose Rich, are you there?
Nagsabi siya kanina, magpipid lang daw siya ng sun. Tapos sabi niya, sandali lang, be right back.
Ayan, ako. So, actually, tayo naman napipinto na rin. Ika nga, alam mo itong ating show na ito ay talagang pang 1 oras lamang. At kumbaga, marami tayong narinig ng mga balak. Okay? So, actually, ikutan na natin, partner, kung okay na tayo, di ba?
Partner, pinaka-excited ako yung ma-add yung Hive at saka HBD sa local wallet, digital wallet. Kasi yun ang pinaka-magandang pang-engganyo sa mga sasali sa D.Buzz. Diba? Kasi ano ba yan? Hive, HBD, o pwede yan i-convert sa peso. Diba? Magandang attraction talaga.
Oo, yun talaga ang pinaka-effective nun. Actually, minsan sa GC lang, pag nakita nila na nakapag peer-to-peer transaction, may mga ilang na natitrigger na, pwede na palang i-trade si HBD o si Hive. And then, nagtatanong ng konti, ganyan. So, actually, kinututor ko naman at nare-realize talaga na pwede pala. Siguro, ang talagang mas common lang ngayon is peer-to-peer. So, I'll be encouraging many of the D.Buzz user and Hive users sa Pilipinas na bumili kayo at magbenta. Sabihin nyo kung nagbebenta kayo ng Hive at saka HBD sa mga GC ng ating mga Hive and D.Buzz. And then, sa mga gusto naman bumili, peer-to-peer, using GCash, using CoinsPH, Maya, kung ano mga mode of payment. Kasi, may value yung tokens at pataas pa ang value ng tokens habang tayo ay attempting to go to the bull run. Kasi medyo na partner, kala na natin bull run na, tapos biglang baba, tapos biglang taas uli, baba na uli. Ayan. Just Rich,
si Pinoy Crypto, binabantayan ko yung post niya sa D.Buzz lagi. Kasi lagi siya may update dyan
Oo nga, and then yung bagong reels Pinoy Crypto So, hintayin ko yung mga bagong reels mo about D.Buzz. Yan, kasi kumbaga yung isang nasa-share ko na every now and then yung sign up process na ginawa ni Pinoy Crypto. Yung unang ginawa niya sign up process. Malinaw na dun madali nang sundan. Ayan, kaya kumbaga na-share ko na siya dun sa mga ilang nagtatanong sa GC. Ayan. Nako partner, ikutan natin mamaya si Joss Rich pero we will be going to the almost end part na sa ating panghuling bahagi na partner ng ating programa. So let me call on Chris again kung ano yung mga exciting this week na dapat asahan natin. Chris?
Yeah, one more thing that I would like to share. This has been kind of a long time coming. When we started getting paid from the hive proposal in HQB, we did our best to not dump the HBG on the market. And so what we were able to do through our business group, one of our contacts, he was impressed by our hive proposal and by how much progress we made. So we had someone actually buy about 120,000 hive from us. So it's in his wallet. You can see how it was transferred from our funding wallet to his. His username is DP Service, and he's got 20,000 hive power and about 100,000 liquid hive. And we're working, I'm going to be communicating with Nathan about having him powering up the remaining 100,000 high power. And one of his conditions for following the votes of D.Buzz was that it couldn't be hive.vote, that automation service. And the reason why is that hive.vote uses Hive Signer, which, when you save your keys on the cloud through Hive Signer, it's not as secure as, installing Hive Keychain locally on your computer and reviewing the code and running it. So what Nathan did was he built his own hive.vote alternative. We haven't published it yet, but it's already working. And if you go to the DP service account, you can see that he was following the votes of D.Buzz. I think it's offline right now. It just came online for the first time yesterday, and I'm going to find out why it's offline. But the point being is we're already going to have double the high power based on him now following our votes through a Hive keychain, hive.vote alternative, and we're going to call it auto.vote. We have that domain. And number one, we're going to double our high power very soon once, I find out why it's offline and it continues following. But, if we can manage to encourage him to power up the remaining 100,000 hive that's in his account, we will expand our high power and curation effect by about 6 to 7 times. And that's possibly within the week.
Okay. That is a good account. Well, when you reach that kind of level, it's really a big investment and it's more earnings in the future for that DP account. So thank you very much, Chris, and I'll see you again next Sunday. Ed, parting words, Ed.
Okay. Yun po, sa darating na September 9, may event po tayo sa Bacolod, yung Web3 Unleashed. Pupunta po doon yung Web3 group ng Bacolod, Web3 Iloilo, Web3 Tacloban if they are available. At ang DBuzz po ay isa din po sa mga sponsor this coming September 9, 2023 at Metro in Bacolod City. Magkikita po kami ng organizer na si Nomad Fury, yung si Jeep Caceres, at pati na rin si Narain Laluna yung sa Spira Solutions para sa mga future na activities within the Visayas ay susuportahan po natin at dadalo po tayo sa mga event na yun. Kasi naganap din yung kauna-unahang Binance Meetup doon sa Bacolod last 2 weeks ago. At meron ding Hive user na pumunta doon. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan. Basta may pumunta doon na Hive user, si Sarimanok. siguro magkikita kami sa darating na September 9 sa event na yun. Patuloy lang po natin suportahan ng ang lahat ng mga activities ng mga Web3 community sa Visayas, sa Mindanao, at gagawin ang lahat ng D.Buzz para maging visible tayo, maging ang hype sa mga ganong pagtitipon at sa mga ganong event. Maraming salamat po, Kuya Gurbats.
Okay, salamat Ed. Kenny, kailan ba huli ang sunod na laro? Ilalive mo ba yung laro ng D.Buzz team, Kenny?
Hi, magandang idea yun, no? Sige, gagawin namin yung ila-live namin yung laro namin para hindi lang yung mga homeowners or yung mga nakakanood doon sa location yung makakapanood, pati yung sa online, meron din tayong mga viewers. Ito lang, no, magpapasalamat na ako kay Chris Rice, pati kay Nathan Sen that nag-approve nitong idea ko, because this is only one step but it will lead someday will maybe a big impact to our society or to our D.Buzz social media platform. Kasi kahit paunti-unti lang, at least meron tayong improvement. Yun lang. Salamat.
Ayan, pag nakita ko yung live, padalan ko ng between ng mga stars, yung live mo. So, salamat Kenny and Pinoy Crypto. Ano bang events or activities mo dyan, Pinoy Crypto, na mabilis lang?
I'm just gonna say a parting word or a parting request. Kung makikita nyo po yung bagong post ko sa Peak Day about Elaine Lenga battling I think it's a fair use a infringement at saka free speech. So kung mabasahin po ninyo yung post na yun and you decide if you want to support her, I think napakadaling, it could be as ang mangyayari sa atin yun, kasi lalo na yung mga tayong mga influencers na nagkuha sa videos o kaya nagpo-post, ginagamit natin yung mga ibang images o videos ng isang tao, and what's happening to her can be us. So basahin niyo po yung post na yun at you decide kung it's kung gusto nating suportahan siya. So isasend ko po yung link dito sa live po ninyo next na kung ano, kaya makikita ninyo naman sa
comment section.
Sa
comment section, brother.
Sa comment section. Yes, I'll put the post there at it's a very sad story for her, kasi binabanata niya yung mga MLM scams, mga Ponzi schemes doon sa Pilipinas, at ganun naman ang nangyari sa kanya, binabanatan siya ng mga syndicates. So I think if we stand for free speech and censorship and all that, I think we can show some support to her. Yun lang po gusto kong masasabi for now. And now that I figure out how to set up all this Gmeet na ito, I'll be joining you more in the future meeting natin. So maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Salamat Pinoy Crypto, at pagtutulungan natin yung upcoming na interview sa iyo, no? At ipopromote natin ang D.Buzz. Partner Rosyel, si Joserich ba narito? Joserich, are you there? Ayan na.
Hindi pa Easy talaga, ganun.
Okay lang. Ang mahalaga naman ang presence, ano? At ika nga narito siya. So partner, paano ba yan?
Oo, abangan na lang natin uli. Kasi maganda ngayong September, kaabang-abang yung Hive Fest na upcoming. So, isa pa rin yun sa upcoming na abangan natin.
At ika nga, ibibiling ko kay Sir Chris, pakikurot naman si Roland sa akin at saka kung ano yung isusuot niya. Napaka-unique ng kanyang mga attire. Si Roland kada Hive Fest. Nako. Ayan po. Nako, ang isa na namang gabi ng kwentuhan with regards to D.Buzz and Hive, mga developments, mga social activity natin na ating unti-unti at araw-araw na ginagrind sa network na ito. So, in behalf of everybody na nasa D.Buzz at nasa Hive Network dito sa Pilipinas at sa ibang mga bansa, Partner Rosyel, maraming salamat sa iyo, sa ating mga nag-guests, si Joseris, si Chris Rice, si Ed Umbao, si Pinoy Crypto, si Kenny, at kanina si Bruno Mars na sumilip. Ay maraming salamat po. At hanggang po sa susunod na linggo ng kwentuhan about social media, technology, cryptocurrency, and what's up, DBuzz. Bye-bye po. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye po.
Good night!
Bye-bye po.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.